Great awakening, light lords, and grand rising to those who have not yet awoken to the fact that whatever you think of, whatever you can imagine, is an actual reality. And depending on what you do in the now, depending on what you do in the moment, it determines how often you'll see their reality. Determines whether or not their reality will come into fruition for you to experience it. Everything that's happening in the mind, everything that's happening in your thinking space, your creative space within your brain is a possibility. Any thought that you think of is gonna make you feel some type of way. It's gonna make you feel a certain way because it is personal. You are a person. You are a piece of the sun. So what you're holding in your thoughts, what you're holding in your imagination, what you're visualizing, what you're meditating on, what you're constantly thinking about is your piece of the sun. Your piece of the sun is a whole galaxy. You see, what the sun does, first you have to know what the sun is. What is the sun? I mean, we look up, we think it's just a ball of light, you know what I'm saying, shining on the earth. But you know, everything in this realm that we're living in gets its light or gets its energy from the sun, okay? Everything on this earth plane, on this plane of chance and opportunity, gets its vision, gets its vibrancy, okay? Gets its motion, its movement from the sun. So what does this say? What does it say about the sun? The sun is making things move. The sun is making this picture motion, a motion picture, okay? It's making clips into a movie, okay? Just like the clip reels. This reality is an infinite existence of clip reels, interchanging clip reels, okay? So what is the sun actually doing? The sun is beaming a 360-degree third dimensional hologram. It is beaming a hologram in all areas and all spaces around it at the same time in the form of light. It is beaming light that is manifesting a hologram. That light is shining through clip reels. That light is shining through different thoughts. And those different thoughts are being projected and manifested into realities. So what does this say? You have to correspond things. You have to correlate things to see how things are actually moving, how reality is actually taking place, how you're experiencing everything you're experiencing. Are you who you think you are? Are you who you think you are? That's the question. You have to break out of the paradigm of constantly thinking that you're just this limited being. You're just this body. You're just this vessel. Because truly, you're more than that. What is the sun? The sun is projecting this hologram. And we receive and perceive that. We receive and perceive this hologram. But why is the sun doing this? Is the sun getting something back? See, what's happening is your mind is actually projecting this reality, and the sun is a symbol for your mind projecting the hologram. This is how you are connected to everything, and that how everything you experience is your reality that you're projecting. When you close your eyes at night and you go to sleep, when you go noo-noo and you take it down and you have a dream, what's lighting up your dream? What is it? What's lighting up your dream? Your thoughts, okay? When you go to sleep, you get away from this sun, or do you? When you go to sleep, what's happening is you go into this void. the the body that you actually are, the cosmic being, the cosmic creature that you actually are, the infinite body, and predicated upon, or whatever happens, what you continually think upon, whatever you are most often thinking about in your waking life, or when you're, or in this realm, it begins to play out in that realm. And whatever happens in that realm, in the other realm that you manifest, or you make up through your thought, through your visualization, through your meditation, it begins to happen in this realm. So this is how you know that all realms are interconnected, and they are determined by your consciousness. They're all determined by your perception, by your thought. The sun is your mind. Without your mind, there would be no sun. The sun is projecting this, and you think that, okay, we just need the sun, we need the sun. We do need the sun, but the sun needs us as well, because we are it. There is no separation. We must break this illusion of separation. We must use duality to come into oneness. This is the purpose here. Your purpose is to overcome who you think you are. Always re-edit. Always edit yourself. Always keep improving yourself. Always better yourself. And what's going to happen is you're going to see everything around you change. You're going to see different situations take place in order for your betterment, because in order for you to be better, because you're constantly focusing on bettering yourself. You're constantly focusing on breaking through paradigms of thinking, old paradigms that are not completely beneficial for you. Okay? What do you think about when you get up? When you return? When you return to this existence from the waters of new, in the dream state or the sleep state, what do you think? What do you immediately think about? Change what you immediately think about, and you will change your reality. Change what you constantly think upon, the certain types of thoughts that you think upon and you visualize and you hold within your thought space, your creative thought space, and you will begin to feel differently, and you begin to take different types of actions. It's just as simple as that. It is simple as thought, first thinking. You do not have to worry about the past. You do not have to worry about the future. Live in the now. You have always existed, and you will forever exist. There is nothing much to, fear. You know what I'm saying? You have to take into account that every situation that happens in your life, you placed yourself there. You cannot continue to victimize yourself and expect things to change. We all must take responsibility for this realm. We all must take responsibility for this reality, being conscious in this reality, being conscious beings in this reality. We all, as humanity, especially the dark, melanated, brown man and Wombman, divine beings walking this planet, we got to take a responsibility for what we doing. We can't just keep sitting back expecting a system to take care of us. We are, as a man, first of all, as a man, you're supposed to be building your own reality. You're supposed to be building your own system. You're supposed to be building your own government. A real man, and a man that knows divine knowledge of self, is going to actually apply that knowledge and be his own man, and have his own reality, have his own realm. You see, and be able to, join others that are benefiting that realm, that are expanding that realm, that are bettering that realm. You have to take divine knowledge of self. And for the women, we have to stop blaming other, we have to stop blaming others for how we feel. Women, you have to stop blaming others for how you make yourself feel. It's all about your perception. It's all about what you do. If you really want to better yourself, you will find a man like me. If you really want to better yourself, you will find a man like the most honorable melanated mystic Babaji. If you really want to, honor yourself and respect yourself and want to better yourself completely, like holistically, then you're gonna find people. You're gonna find a man to latch on to help build his reality. You're gonna find a righteous, divine Messiah, a teacher, okay, a chief. You're going to find a man that knows divine knowledge of self so they can be able to teach you about yourself. Because you know for a fact, as a woman, sometimes you just be confused. Sometimes you don't even know why you feeling the way you feeling. But that's why you got to have a logical counterpart. You got to have a more logical counterpart that can actually help you through that and help you see the different aspects of yourself so that you can be of aid and assistance to building reality, to building this manifestation, this manipulation of energies that has always existed without beginning or end. You see, when you actually hold the thought space of I am the Alpha and Omega, the beginning, the end, no one comes to the Father but by me, and you end that illusion of separation from the Christ consciousness, and you become one with that Christ consciousness, and you think upon these thoughts every single day, then you have now gained the power of being immortal. You have now gained the power of being an infinite, immortal consciousness that cannot be perturbed off of its path. Of course, sometimes you might, trip a little bit, but you never fall. You get back up and you keep going. You keep going and going and going because that's all you know how to do. That's all you've been thinking about. The first shall be last and the last shall be first. Well, if the first is the last, then there is no first and last, and there's always the now. And that's what a lot of people, it's hard for them to get. It's hard for them to actually get really, really in the now. They're so focused on the past and the future. They're so focused on imaginary things, illusory things. The mind is the maker. The mind is the manipulator. The mind is the manifester. The mind is what allows you to experience around. So you must take your mind into accord. You must always think about your mind, your state of mind. Always think about your state of mind. The sun is your mind. Your whole reality is your mind. Your conscious mind is 5% of this existence. All the rest of this that you're not fully aware of is your subconscious mind. That's why subconscious means not fully aware. It's subconscious. It's a piece of is a part of being aware, of being fully aware. Okay? And you need this part because your subconscious mind is what holds all of the possibilities of what you could be within it. Your subconscious mind is what holds all of the possibilities, all of the probabilities, all of the things that you need within it that you can use to manifest whatever you wish. And as a man, divine brown man, you have the right. You have the self-given right, the nature-given right, the God-given right, a divine right to build your own reality. You have a divine right to align yourself with objective reality in order to have a foundation, a liable foundation, or a real foundation to build your reality from. And divine brown woman, it is your right to align yourself with a man that's aligned with objective reality and objective facts, aligned with Allah, aligned with God, aligned with true divinity and his true cosmic nature, knowing who he truly is. You cannot know yourself without knowing reality. When you seek the kingdom, you will see that it's all you. The kingdom is you. The old proverbs say keep the kingdom within. The kingdom is within you. So what does that mean? That means everything that you see on the outside is being projected from you. Everything that you see is quote unquote the outside. There is no inside or outside. It just is. It just is. Whatever you see is a projection or receptivity or reception of the energies that you already put out. And I know the birds and everything can vouch for me. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I be out here doing this. I'm doing this every day, getting in tune, we're staying in tune with nature. And every time I spit these divine knowledge of fact, the divine knowledge of self, every time I, constantly critique myself with divine knowledge of self, something in nature pinpoints and it gives me a sign, it gives me a symbol that I'm doing the right thing. I give myself a symbol. my almighty self. You have not even seen my glory yet. I haven't even seen my glory yet, but I visualize it. I'm visualizing it every day, and I'm manifesting it into reality. This is the type of mindset that we need, brown man and woman walking this plane. Bond with the sun, bond with the trees, get on the earth ground, study the 5 sciences of carbonation, astrology, biology, epigenetics. Astrology, biology, quantum physics, melanin, and grounding. You know what I'm saying? It is epigenetics though. And that's another thing when it comes to epigenetics. I'm glad epigenetics came out of my mouth, because all of this that I'm talking about in this video, all the stuff that I just talked about in this video, this alters your genes, your thoughts. The way that you think, your thought patterns are basically genes, okay? Your mind is the sun. The thoughts that you take from your mind, your subconscious mind, manipulates your genetic makeup. It manipulates your phenotype, the way you express your genes, and how they reprogram your DNA for the next generations. So that's how we gonna fix our reality, y'all. This is how we're gonna fix our reality. Taking the right thoughts, focusing on divine knowledge of self, and utilizing it on day-to-day life, on a daily basis, within the now, each moment, as much as possible. My name is John Mashak, and I am here to live out and teach higher wisdom as an example for the collective consciousness. And I say today that we will take that light from the sun, those thoughts, the light of our mind, and we will begin to use it correctly. Those who do not shall perish. Not meaning that you will not have another chance, but you will see what you have did wrong, and you will feel very, very guilty for it, knowing that you are the Christ, knowing that you are God. When you get to that state, when you get to that state of mind, you're going to have to begin to start forgiving yourself, or else you will feel completely guilty for everything that you have done, and you will burn in your own hell, your self-created hell. Heaven and hell are mind states, but mind states manifest realities. Shout out to the most honorable melanated mystic, Babaji. I love myself. Peace to the gods.